Hello, I'm Richard Vobes, the Bald Explorer, and I'm out on another walk. And this time my walk is going to be a walk based on an OS map. And for those of you that are interested, it is OL11. That's the map, and it is the Brighton and Hove taking in Lewes and Burgess Hill map. So that's where I'm going to be working from. And the walk I'm doing today is starting here at this rather interesting pillbox. I'm in Hamsey. Hamsey is a tiny little village which is just behind me there, and it's just north of the South Downs, just north of Lewes, and I'm going to head up towards Barkham on my walk on the, hang on, let me just get this absolutely spot on right. According to the map, this is the Sussex Ouse Valley Way, and it's following the route of the Ouse, but I'm not immediately going to be adjacent to it. So that's the plan. I'll put the map up on the screen so you can have a look at it. And also, I can't actually access this pillbox because, as you can see, there's a fence here. It's on private land, but I am told that there are a number of them all along the Ouse, obviously built during the Second World War to protect the rivers from German invaders, or should I say enemy invaders. Anyway, enough of that. We can't hang about. We've got walks to get on with. It's about 4 degrees centigrade, and so it's a bit chilly. I do have my comedy hat to wear. I haven't got my scarf. I've got my walking boots on, so let's get cracking, shall we? Ah, well, that's a beautiful tree. That looks like a horse chestnut to me. You can tell that, of course, by the leaves on the floor and the thick buds. I don't know if you can see that. If I just bring that down there, the thick sticky buds. That's a horse chestnut, and the buds, it's amazing actually, are already getting fat and sticky and ready to explode. Anyway, I'm on this path, and I don't know if you can see, but it's very wet and it's very sticky and muddy, which is a bit of a shame. However, it's interesting because I've just spotted some lovely mushrooms on the ground. They're looking splendid, a little bit ropey actually, those two, but the other one looks all right. And I'm hoping that although this is the Ouse Valley way, that the Ouse Valley isn't coming down this way, because that would be a bit wet. Luckily, I have got leather uppers on my walking boots, so hopefully I won't get too wet. Right, I'm mucking about, let's crack on. East Sussex County Council. Oh, GMT, I don't know what that means. But the footpath kind of comes to a bit of an end, and we're now crossing this field, so let's do that. It's nice and open, and actually the sun is beginning to shine through, so I assume we walk across. See, this hedge has been trimmed here. So I've got, I think over there we've got Mount Caburn, which is a big hill just above Lewes, and you can probably just about see Lewes nestling at the side. There's some sheep in the field over there which look great. They're actually looking at me, wondering what the hell I'm doing. And then I'm just following this hedgerow, which is going to take me up to Cowlease Farm, and then up towards Barkham, still on this same route. It's interesting though, because these hedgerows, this is being trimmed, and we're in winter, so it's all stripped back, so you can really get a good look at it, and it's great. I don't know whether it's a thorn of some description, probably hawthorn. I just saw a red haw, H-A-W, a haw, the fruit of a hawthorn, but I've lost it now. Oh, here we go. There we go, look, I don't know if you can make that out. Let me hold it over there. Tiny little red fruit. And of course, birds and mammals will feed on all of that during these winter periods. And it looks very quiet, but if you were to scrabble down and have a look in the little hollows, it looks like rabbit holes, bolt holes, perhaps holes for other sort of rodents and things. These are great corridors for wildlife. Yeah, right, let's crack on. Right, so now then, this is where I like the Ordnance Survey map particularly, because it gives you so much information about your walk. I can see the church just ahead of me, which I'm going to be aiming for. I think there's a detour, a little path off this, which should take me to the church, and I assume that that is Barkham Church, which might be St Mary's. I'm not sure about that. Now, according to this, there should be a little footbridge that goes over a stream, and this is exactly what I'm standing on now. This is a little footbridge. There's a stream that's coming in there. There's another stream over there and a stream here. Presumably these streams are, I don't know where they're running off from, but they're irrigating the land, I imagine, and no doubt there'll be all sorts of water rats and various creatures in there, I would assume. Right, so according to this, yes, I can see where I'm at the first footbridge. There's another footbridge just up that way. So we're getting there on this walk. It's a very pleasant walk. I'm a bit disappointed because the sun was supposed to come out by 11 o'clock and it's just after 11 now. And it's sort of coming, but it's not quite here yet. Never mind. Let's crack on. If I can get the thing in my pocket. Well, this is a beautiful walk. Just coming up to the church now, as you can see. I just passed a row of beech trees. Could tell they were beech trees, or they weren't terribly big, but they were very tall. And there was a whole load of rose hips entwined around them. So I had to take a picture, of course. Just past a little family walking there as I've come up, and a whole load of sheep in this field. And as I say, here's the church, and there's a few interesting buildings around. So what I now need to do is, in my pocket, I have some biscuits, and I think I've got a tangerine. Yeah, these are my refreshments, so I thought I'd bring something to eat whilst I come out today. Always a sensible thing to do is to bring some food and some drink. I didn't bring any drink, I just couldn't carry it with everything else, but I'm okay. It's not a very, very hot day, and I have got some water in the car. So let's see if I can find somewhere to have a sit down and a nibble. Oh, there we go. Rest the old weary bones. Well, I have to say, that's a very lovely church, isn't it? And what a quiet spot. I've got the Downs, the South Downs, the north face of the South Downs all around me, which is fantastic. Okay, I'm in a graveyard. It's very peaceful. I don't mind being in a peaceful graveyard. I think that's very nice. The sun is actually trying to come out, which is even better. It's there's this line actually of lime trees here. I know they're lime trees because at the bottom they sprout. They've got this huge sprout of like bush growing from the bottom. The stems are sort of little saplings, if you like. I know it's a bit rude. I always think of lime trees when they do that as that's a whole load of pubic hair. I'm just saying. So that's very nice. I have got my biscuits here and I have got my tangerine. So I am going to have a break and I'm going to eat my little digestive biscuits there, just in case you wanted to know. I'm sure you did, and I'm telling you. So this is really the end of part one. The second part of my walk, I am still following the OS map, and I'm going to take a circle back down to my car. My car is in that direction down the south somewhere. At least I hope it's still there, otherwise I'm going to be in severe problems. It's in Hamsey. Excuse me, and I'm in Barkham at the moment. So I'm going to take this southern journey back. I've got to go along a road here and take a footpath and then come back. So I've probably got about 2.5 miles to get back in, and but it's warming up a bit. Anyway, if you've enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe, press the bell notification on YouTube, follow, like, leave a comment, all those sort of things. And if you do really like what we're doing here, then what about becoming a patron and supporting what I do? It'd be great to have you on board. All right, I'll see you on the next one. Meanwhile, I'm going to have a bit of a nosh. Oh, hello. Half my biscuit's already gone. It's charming, that is.